Hello, and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. We finished up some quests last time and did some reporting, one thing I did want to mention, I keep talking about quests expiring. I don't remember why I knew that that was a thing, but I did double check that just with a quick search before starting this recording, and that is in fact the case. So if you don't want to miss a quest, you do need to make sure to do them. It seemed to say that if it says term short, then that means that it'll expire after the next major plot trigger. So probably good that we did the Ravenue monster when we did. But anyway, we'll probably just clear these out in the near future. So the next thing that we were going to do was report to the mayor. And in fact, we already started this because we had, was it Lila? Is that the maid's name? We saw her out front dealing with the reporters who wanted a picture of the mayor for the magazine cover. You know, gotta get your headlines or whatever somehow. I'm glad to see you all again. Mayor Maybell has been excitedly awaiting your report. Oh, glad to hear it. Which room was the one that she stays in? I guess this one. Okay. Dealing with complaints from the citizens, late deliveries of goods to the Bossy Market because of the airspace being a no-fly zone. Servicing the sewer facilities, selecting a congratulatory gift for Her Majesty the Queen. Harm incurred by monsters on the New Ansel Path. When will all this paperwork finally end? Hello? Oh, are you back already? You look pretty busy, so would it be better if you came back at a later time? No, you're fine. So you found out something from General Morgan, right? I'd like to hear about it. Good work. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of the situation now. First, there was the hijacking by the Sky Bandits, and now a ransom demand. The situation is much more serious than I had originally anticipated. If the General hadn't found out we were bracers, I think we could have learned more, but... No, it's alright. I'm just glad to know that it wasn't a crash. With this information, I should be able to take effective countermeasures with the city. Now I need to think of a way to inform the citizens of Bosse and deal with the families of the passengers. I imagine that'll be quite difficult. Quite a difficult task considering that you're already as busy as you are. Well, that's just the duty of a mayor. And since the identity of the criminals is now known, may I ask that you continue your investigation of the incident? Of course. That was our plan to begin with. We've already had a run-in with these Sky Bandits before, and I'll wager the honor of the guild that this is one group we cannot simply leave up to the Royal Army. Yeah, that's for sure. There's Dad to find, and then we need to deal with these Sky Bandits once and for all. Huh? What's with that look, Joshua? I was just thinking, and... no matter which way I look at things, I just can't believe it. What can't you believe? The Dad could get beaten by a bunch of Sky Bandits. Basing my judgment on the ability of the group that appeared in Roland, I'm in agreement with you there. Cassius could have easily dealt with a group of that caliber. Come on, Joshua, you too, Shara. You're giving him way more credit than he deserves. He's pretty good, I'll give you that, but I think it would be a bit of a stretch to take on an entire group. Do you mind if I ask you something? Are you trying to tell me that your father was aboard that airliner? Oh, didn't I mention that? I'm embarrassed to say it, but yeah, he was. Not to mention, he's a bracer, too. His name's Cassius Bright. Did you just say... Cassius Bright? Is that an angry face or an excited face? I think that's just her open mouth face. Yeah, why? Did you know my dad or something? I've never met him in person, but I've heard a great deal about him. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say, but we might be able to use this to get some information from the army. Excuse me, Mayor? I'm very sorry, and I can empathize with what you must be going through. If there's anything I can do to help you clear up this incident, then I am at your disposal. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. I wonder what's up with the mayor. As soon as we mentioned Dad's name, she got all surprised. You're right, but I guess I can imagine where she's coming from. The mayor and the general have known one another for a long time, after all. Well, let's not worry about that right now. The real question is, where do we go from here? Searching around blindly for the airliner or sky bandits probably won't amount to anything, right? I mean, if that's all it'd take, then the army would have found them a long time ago. They're surprised that she said something sensible? Huh? What's the matter with you two? Stella, you've matured. If it had been the same you as before, you probably would have said something like, let's just comb the entire region. I never thought I'd see the day when those words would come out of your mouth either. My heart's too full of emotions for words. Yeah, now she's gonna be angry. So what are you two trying to say? You can be so rude sometimes, I hope you know. We were complimenting you, Estelle, seriously. Unfortunately, unlike Roland, the Bosse region is enormous. I'm really hoping for a clue right about now. A clue, huh? Oh right, wasn't that Neil and Dorothy we saw in front of the mayor's palace earlier? He seemed pretty starved for a story, but he's got to know something by now, right? It's true he arrived in Bosse a little before we did, so I think it might be worth talking to him. I wonder where they went. Okay, we're hunting down the reporter, but we're about to run out of paper here. Anything else that I should be worrying about? I already talked to this guy to make sure that I started this, and then these two are just monster kill quests, so I don't think we need to. We don't need to start those. Okay, well, since a bunch of plot happened, should we be trying to talk to everybody? Whenever we greet guests, we do so with utmost sincerity, and our motto is, service always comes with a smile. Furthermore, we should always work to improve service. Okay. Yeah, we're doing this. It's this time of the game again. I've got a table reserved at the Antarose restaurant today. I've been saving up for this day for a long time now. I'm so excited I can hardly breathe. I've got to hurry up and take care of my work around here. A lot of foodies in this city, apparently. Our boss. Now he takes pride in the fact that people tend to stick around for a long time when they come here. I'm guessing it's probably because a lot of people use this place for business meetings. Or maybe it's just because it's such a half-assed business people feel right at home. I don't know. Okay. I wonder if I should actually be reading stuff in advance before just speaking sometimes. I don't think they've said anything too bad though. Yet. Something... Anyway. Just a thought. It seems the development of orbital arts was far superior before the Great Collapse. We're still discovering orbital relics from that era. That's what people mean when they say they've unearthed an artifact. The Antarose doesn't feel like a place where you can just sit back and relax, you know? You always feel rushed. That's why I make such a point of trying to give my establishment a comfortable, homey feel so people know they can take it easy. Much appreciated. Ooh. Bit too much to drink? Oh, god damn it. Oh, it's Neil. Okay, I wasn't expecting to find him here. I thought he'd be in the market. This ain't a joke, you know? Well, we found him, but he's drunk off his ass. Was having his article rejected really that much of a shock to his system? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs, after all. Though he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed, not a drink to be consumed by. You're one to talk. Don't they sometimes call you Bottomless Shara? Oh please. Bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Aina. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor. No matter how much I may drink, my face and my disposition remain unreddened. So don't you dare group a fun-loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come now. When you get drunk, you lose it completely and everyone around you gets a heck of a show, admit it. It's certainly true that Aina is like a bucket to Shara's sieve. But no matter how you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Oh. Where am I? Good, you're awake. Sort of. Drinking so much is not good for your health, you know. Oh, my head. What? You're the bracer trainee, aren't you? Oh my goddess, what the hell am I doing in Roland? Thought I'd made my way to Bosse. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? Sponge? You are in Bosse, and so are we. Oh, well, damn, don't scare me like that. Oh, and I see you got a lovely lass with you. Name's Sherazard Harvey. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Sherazard, are you the infamous Silver Streak by any chance? Oh, you humble me, sir. I take it you've heard of me then. Only rumors, I'm afraid, but yes, I know your name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken, which means you three are here to investigate the incident as well, I suppose. Oh, so you do have some brains left in there after all that booze. I'm impressed. You find anything out? You saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, they saw that? Yeah. I was looking for clues and couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned Army's regulations on the spread of information really restrict what I'm able to learn anyway. And if I try to consult General Morgan at the Hacking Gate directly, I'll be held up for inspection for who knows how long. So I figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendary voluptuous mayor, but a maid turned me away outright. And to top it all off, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Oh great, Idios, tell me, what did I do to deserve this shabby life? Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest. But if you want information that badly, we might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on Mayor Maybell's behalf right now, so naturally we've met with the mayor and General Morgan too, for that matter. Holy crap, you serious? Yep, totally. Sparkle, sparkle. Score! And the goddess gets a point. Blessed be the bounty of Idios. Blessed be the bounty, I suppose. Please, I beg of you, tell me everything, every last detail. Well, I'll be glad to. However, aren't you forgetting something, Neil? Huh? Information ain't free, you know? We'll scratch your back, but you need to scratch ours first, and get that look off your face. I totally did not mean that literally. You want Mira or something? Our research funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say. We're not interested in your money. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Bosse right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard some interesting things yourself. That being the case. And here I thought you were a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured it's not big news by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight, okay? Fine, I'll tell you everything on my honor as a newsman. I got 2 clues to share, so if you're taking notes, I suggest you get out your pen and paper. We're ready whenever you are, although we didn't have a lot of paper left in our bracer notebooks, so we'll see how this plays out. Man, way to go, Joshua, you're on a roll. Well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we know he'll have a bright future in racketeering with those skills. Oh dear. The first clue is in the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Ravenue to the west. I talked to a villager who had just come to Bosse for a visit, and she told me something very interesting. Oh, are we going back to Ravenue? Apparently, she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident. A huge shadow flying overhead? Oh, I thought he saw the monster, but I guess the kid actually saw the Sky Pirates, possibly. Or the Linde, one or the other. Yep, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing. Aw, you meanie. You raised our hopes only to dash them straight away. You're saying somebody saw something and it was probably unrelated to anything? That's what I'm saying. I warned you it wasn't big news. And I went to a lot of trouble to get this sad morsel too, what with that information embargo in place and all. Well done. Now let's hear that second clue of yours. Fine. The other thing I learned is that the military's intelligence division is on the move. Intelligence division? I've heard rumors about them. It's a new royally sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence gathering and dissemination. That's the one, yeah. Supposedly, they're so elite they could even stand toe-to-toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge, Colonel Richard, is apparently quite the whiz kid. With him on the case, they say this incident is as good as solved already. Doesn't seem like your information will be of much use to us in our investigation. Yeah, well, I can't say I didn't warn you. Sorry I couldn't be much on your end. I couldn't help much on your end. But a promise is a promise. I scratched, now it's your turn. Of course, a deal is a deal after all. Joshua told Neil all about the incident in Roland, as well as the information received from General Morgan. The Capuas? Sky Bandits? A ransom demand to the Royal House and the Airship Corporations? Good goddess, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find. Caught your fancy, did it? Absolutely, I can definitely write my article now. Can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I have to find Dorothy. Post-haste. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Wow, his spirits certainly lifted fast. Well, he was chasing a big story pretty unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. I'm glad we could help him out. Well, look at you, from Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take, nothing more. Hehe. Not bad boy exterior with a good boy inside, or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls love it. But anyway, I guess we've only really dealt with scrupulous people thus far. We're pretty lucky in that regard. Start dealing with weirdos, and that's when you'll need to bust out some really questionable negotiation techniques. Why were you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that aside, was anyone else a little bothered when Neil talked about that huge flying shadow thing? That eyewitness report from Revenue? I'd say there's a strong chance there was nothing to it if the army already checked it out. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army is totally infallible. They could have missed something. It wasn't General Morgan himself after all, but one of his men, and some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. That is true. Probably worth looking into. Certainly can't hurt at any rate. You two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think this is a splendid idea. Let's head to Revenue then, shall we? Got it. Alright. Well, we're gonna still go around talking for a little bit. Probably that's all we're actually gonna end up doing today, but see if we can find anything else. It won't do me any good to just keep crying about this. It's my own fault the workshop got attacked. I should have been more careful. Well, no sense in giving up. That's not the bosse way. Time to roll up my sleeves and try again. Your workshop got attacked. Nope, nothing we can do about it, I guess. Okay. Murano of the Trino household is kinda like the vice mayor, except she also kinda runs the place all by herself. The Borden household is pretty influential too, sure, but Ms. Murano's the real shadow mayor here, hands down. Am I supposed to know who that is? Because I don't. To tell you the truth, I'm getting tired of waiting for flights to resume. Maybe it would be best if I tried again later. Probably. If flights remain cancelled much longer, it could affect the reputation of the corporation. There's never been an accident, nothing like this has ever happened before either. I certainly hope we'll be able to properly explain what happened later. As I recall, there wasn't anybody interesting in this entire area. I don't think there'd be any harm even if the counterclockwise looping Cecilia were the only airliner making flights. But the fact that all flights have been grounded means that this must be a really big incident. Okay, there's two more people here. At present, there are two airliners which provide domestic flights for passengers in Liberal. There's the clockwise looping Linde and the counterclockwise looping Cecilia. Both are put into service in the same year, but their coloring is different. And if I remember right, the engine model of in the Linde is older. Even though there's not really much to inspect, I'm going to be yelled at if I look like I have nothing to do. I've got to do something to keep busy. It's really hard to look busy when I've got nothing to do. It's the secret to corporate life right there. It's not so important that you're working, so long as your boss thinks you're working. And that's also why productivity tends to go down. Okay, can't slip in there. Bracer Guild. Aha! A new quest, a couple of new quests. And also, yeah, the time ticked down here. It's the West Bosse Monster, we're gonna do that next. Escort request. Oh wow. A short-term quest just popped up instantly like that? Now, this is dangerous. This is from Hart. I don't remember who he is. Okay, hotel. I'm searching for someone who can escort me to the Crown Pass checkpoint. Please see me at the Frieden Hotel ASAP. A ferocious monster, known as an amber turtle, has been spotted roving the New Ansel path. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with the threat immediately. Yeah, maybe actually we'll just go clear out a bunch of monsters. You're headed to Avenue Village, are you? Then all you need to do is head along the West Bosse Highway and turn off onto the trail about halfway down the road. The village can be easily reached by just following the trail. Avenue Village, huh? Always makes me think of, well, another bracer. If you were here, this would be no problem at all. Is there ever anybody in the rest of the guild? So, welcome, I guess. What's up with him? He seems pretty depressed. Yeah, his shoulders are drooping off the charts. Wonder if something happened. During the war, we weren't the only ones to take heavy damage. Poor Avenue Village suffered the same fate. There are quite a lot of us who share these awful memories. Yeah, we saw the graves there. No, no, no! If I take it for that much money, I'm sure to suffer losses. I realize it's just words, but please listen to me. I'm trying to help here. This is simply no way to negotiate. No, 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 I absolutely must get it for this price right here. I won't accept any less. To say something like that at the very start. Come on, please. I previously worked as a waitress at a restaurant in Zeiss. The owner of this establishment happened by on business, and we got to talking shop, so to speak. The wages seem much better here than there, so I jokingly said to her, "Give me a job." And that's when she told me she was the owner. Wowee, that was delicious. Easy to see why this is Liberal's most highly rated restaurant, that's for sure. It was definitely worth the trip. A little luxury makes for a nice break every now and again. I'm so nervous I can't even taste this. Seems almost like sacrilege. Oh, the bard whose name I forgot is going to be here, isn't he? The market became great around the time when that little lady's pappy served as our mayor. He was a real pioneer, pushing forward all kinds of measures to promote commerce, and clearly it worked wonderfully. The current mayor that inherited all of that from her pappy. Then inherited all that. At first I didn't think much of her, but she's really proven herself a worthy successor. Joshua, you're being rude. You gonna let her past? No? There we go. There's a town to the northwest of here where the most delicious fruits are grown. Sadly, it lies partway up a mountain, making it an impossible destination for one such as myself. Such a shame. Now you don't walk? So, Marion sure does like to eat, no? It's amazing. If I tell her there's delicious food to be had, she's packed and ready to go in a heartbeat. But as such, I must admit that I'm never really bored thanks to her unbridled enthusiasm for viands. I wonder if he's depressed because of something the bard did. Wouldn't put it past him. I am originally from the Empire. One day, the owner of this restaurant came to the establishment where I worked, as an ordinary customer. She loved the wine I picked for her during her meals so much that shortly afterward, I received a letter. A letter inviting me to work here. I decided to at least come to Liberal to see this restaurant and fell in love with it at first sight. It's a very odd story. Okay. The previous owner would never, ever listen to me, but the current owner listens to even the most minuscule of nitpicks I may have. I'm very grateful to her for that, very grateful indeed. I mean, she did make me chef without having ever met me or seen my face, so I'm a little worried about her mental stability, but still. Okay, this is just getting silly. I used to work as a cook at a bar in Rouen, but the owner here asked for me by name, and how could I say no to that? Apparently she took a real shine to my desserts. The owner of this place is quite the character, apparently. Oh, whatever shall I tell the owner? He did... Something went wrong. I'm sure we'll get a quest for that later. It seems like no matter which store I go to recently, they're getting low on their supplies. It looks like the airliners being grounded is to blame. They can't stock up on anything with those being out of commission. There's nothing I really want to buy, so I'm bored. That was one way to end that conversation. To the northwest of here, there is a village that cultivates fruits called Avenue Village. Unfortunately, there is no chapel in the village. I'd be most delighted to have the children from there come here for Sunday school. Ah, there it is. See the doorstop. We've got a lot of people coming to the chapel to pray for the success of their businesses. But Aidios, the goddess of all creation, is not a deity of fortune. I wonder if I should post a note on the door to tell people this kind of sacrilege is unacceptable. I mean, if you want to reduce the popularity of the church, I suppose you could go ahead and do that. I put in a notice that I'd be opening up a shop in the Bosse Market, but turns out they're not accepting them at the moment. It seems like there have been a lot of problems recently. Oh, where am I? I didn't talk to you. The fruit coming from Ravenue Village knows no equal. We may lose to Roland when it comes to producing great vegetables, but Bosse is definitely the place to be for fruit. Not to mention, it's one of the things we pride ourselves on as citizens of Bosse. Oh yeah, it's you. Alright, I think we've talked to everybody. Except for the kids. You know, Mina. Okay, I guess we talked to both of them at once. You know what? Well, you know how you always nitpick at me? Do you hate me or something? If that was the case, I don't think I'd be here right now. What are you blushing about? I never said that I liked you either. I should have figured as much. Oh dear. So I guess that means you neither like me nor dislike me, huh? You're unbelievable. Oh, sorry, my head's not quite in the game right now. Welcome. That was odd. Not learned, but we have one. That's fine. That girl at the confectioner's shop. Her sweets have gotten tons better since she started making them. I should know because I eat them every day, and they just keep getting better and better. Unbelievable. My wife is set on buying more stuff, not to mention she was just barely shopping here not a few minutes ago. I hope they can get those flights going again sooner rather than later. Oh, stranded in a shopping mall because the flights are down? Sounds like a terrible time. This is terrible. How could this have happened? I spent all the money I have for today. No! Can't figure out when they're gonna slash prices here. Oh, this is really cheap. But if I buy this too, it'll just add to my already substantial amount of luggage. Wonder if I can get someone to deliver it directly to my home in the Royal City. Hi there and welcome. Stop by and see what we've got in stock. Right now, on sale. Believe it or not. We've got a luxury carpet from the Calvard Republic going for just 500 mira. You heard it right, just 500 mira. But that's not all. At regular prices, this goes for 1500 mira. But the price has been reduced to an amazing 500 mira. But that's not all. If you buy now, I'll even throw in a tapestry with matching patterns. Okay. What can I actually buy from you? Oh, books. Okay. I've already got all those. All those books in the back are covered with dust and cobwebs. I should probably borrow a feather duster from the shop owner and clean them off. I just bought something for myself, the first time. Some kind of sponge cakes someone was selling near the fountain. A bunch of people were eating sweets over there, so I joined in with them. I couldn't believe how good they were. What a great experience that was for me. I'm ready for a breather. I wonder how my husband's getting along back at the village. Right, I bought the knives from you, and it was a scam! Shouldn't have bought them. My father's growing fruit back at the village. Really? Ah. The fruit we're selling here may be some of the fruit that my father grew. Originally, we were supposed to be running this business together as a family, but he chose to stay behind. The porcelain made in the Empire has an artistic quality and the absolutely gorgeous designs. Just the opposite, the porcelain from the Republic employs simple colors and patterns, but its beauty comes out the more you use it. The varied and contrasting styles are why porcelain wares are so interesting. I will take your word for it. Okay, it was Lila. Miss Maybelle is the type of person who thrives the busier she is. She's just like her father in that respect, but I'm worried about her health. Even if the airliners aren't running, a true Bosse merchant won't get discouraged so easily. How should I put it? A real Bosse merchant knows how to innovate at times like this. Ho ho ho. This is the Bosse Market, huh? Pretty lively for a marketplace in a small country, if I do say so myself. Maybe I'll have a look around after I finish up with my business deals. Who would have thought that Trina would be on the airliner that disappeared? Now Murano is taking care of all of her father's business deals in his stead. I know I shouldn't have expected anything less, but I hope she doesn't take on more than she can handle. There were a lot of people on that side of the market. Hopefully this side is a little bit less crowded. The clothes I designed and tailored myself are selling quite well. I think I'm going to try and make more with numerous variations. No. There's nobody hiding behind there. Hey, come back. The sponge cake looks so yummy. Probably not okay for me to use the money I'm supposed to use for these errands, right? Yeah, probably not. Oh, I can't buy from there? Okay, I'll come around behind then. I get all my fruit from Ravenue Village. The village used to be a thriving place from its mining industry, but now it's known for its orchards. I was trying to think of something funny to say there, and I came up blank. I wonder what I should do about a side dish today. I just can't decide what would sit well on the table. I thought I could decide once I got to the store, but now I'm here and I still don't know. You could ask the owner for a recommendation, I don't know. The top dogs here in Bosse, aside from the mayor, would have to be Trino and Borden. However, recently Trino's daughter has been extending her sphere of influence. Let's see, if I remember right, her name was Murano. Anyway, she appears to have a knack for business and can hold her own against her father. That's right, I have a little bit of all of these. Alright, the liberal omelet needed those. Okay, well, we have all this stuff. But I saw someone back there. Alright, well that's it for the town. North block. Onward to the south block. Store sales are going rather well. It bothers me that these craftsmen aren't very serviceable, but whatever. Now I can just keep making money like this. Speaking of making money... What are we doing? Only 70 fire? I don't know if we can unlock anything with that. Not quite. Joshua... Yeah, we need 80. Sherazard. Also 80, right? Yeah. Okay. Not quite. And yeah, we bought all those, although I think we lost what the new party member took. I keep trying to get through there. I refuse to make anything that distorts my aesthetic tastes. But my new boss often makes demands for crude products, and just seeing his face alone makes my will to create wither like a dried reed. Oh dear. Looks like my husband's business is doing better than expected. Recently, I've noticed a vibrant look on his face, so I'm happy for him. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna visit my dad's shop with my mom later on. I'm so excited! Yeah, it's nice to see functional families. They don't all have to be dysfunctional all the time, right? Well, I think we haven't seen too many crazy things in this game so far in that regard. Like a lot of the games, I guess it's just because normally you see crazy stuff in games like this, but since I'm going around to every person and every person has dialogue, you just kind of see a lot of normal people having normal lives, which is interesting. Not the kind of thing that I'm used to dealing with in these games. I really struggled a lot and worked hard when the market began. And I think it's because of that hard work and experience that I have my own shop now. I think learning to start at the bottom of the heap is important for anyone. I mean, this would be a huge upgrade for Joshua. It would also be fairly expensive, but I mean... Yeah, let's see, 11 for Estelle, 11 for Joshua, 73 to 83, 10 for Charizard. Do I want to be buying these? A leather jacket might be nice too, get some defense. Especially Joshua's been taking some pretty heavy hits. His defense is significantly lower than everyone else's. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll buy a leather jacket. And the thing about armor is that this is not going to become obsolete. Oh, I have one in my inventory? You know what? Hold on. Did I de-equip everything from that guy when he left the party? I wonder. I'll do that. Okay, well now... Okay, now Joshua's defense is much better. Perhaps... Oh, he didn't even have shoes before this. Oh, okay. Looks like we got an upgrade. And don't even need to shop for it. Men, no matter how old they get, have a little childish part in them. A part that makes them always want to chase after their dreams. Too bad that women can't seem to understand this. Sometimes I wonder why I even ever married my husband. That was the worst mistake of my life. Oh dear. Slightly less positive than that other house, I suppose. Having the flights... Oh, okay, this is Murano, the one that everyone's been talking about. Having the flights stopped has actually turned out to be good for business. I'm actually able to earn quite a lot more with my father temporarily out of the picture. But I'll try to pick up as much of the slack as I can for his work during this time. Warden's wife helps him with the business. I've tried to help my husband a few times with his work, but let's just say that the results weren't great. Looks like I'm best cut out for supporting my husband and Murano here at home. I'm sure that my husband's going to walk through that door any minute with a nonchalant look on his face. Alright, and that clears out that, and that leaves us with these places here. My husband proceeds rationally with his deals and business talks. But Mr. Trino is the exact opposite. He pushes with vigor and flair. However, Ms. Murano is getting together with both of them. He's almost like Mayor Maybell in a number of ways. With the Bossa airspace being designated a no-fly zone, businesses are being hit hard economically. Fights from the border are also being held up. At this rate, there'll be no deals to be made, but Murano seems to be hammering away under these conditions. And if she can do it, I can't give in either. Seems like my mom saw the culprits too. I wonder what Murano is doing right now. He's just at home. Alright. So we've talked to everybody. New Ansel path. Where are our... Alright, I need to see this person. That's... difficulty high. Oh dear. Alright, so this is the one. You need an amber turtle in this area. Alright. Let's... explore and find some new enemies. Valeria Lakeshore. Okay. I said new enemies. Oh, it just turned around. I didn't get the back attack. Alright. Got him. Alright, and then they don't even... yeah, these things wouldn't even attack if they've taken damage on the previous round. I think that's how it works.
Seems you came up short.
And yes, clear gelatin. Nice. I don't think I had any of that. Was well worth it. Oh, it's one of you. We're not necessarily going to fight everything, but I'm going to start out doing a little bit of combat just to get a sense for what the enemies are like in this area. Oh, I noticed a distinct lack of red in that. Oh yeah, we need to use the... was it sadist whip or whatever it is at some point.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I find it kind of funny that they had voice actors for this game, given how little they actually do. Oh, you look different. Yeah, I guessed wrong. You look an awful lot like those creatures we found in the Mistwald. What are you? Dustgeist. Okay. It's like a monster that lurks in forests, blows gases on its enemies, difficult to hit. Wonderful. Well. Scenty stench? Oh. That's not good. Not good at all. And AT delay. Whoa, what? Okay. Yeah, okay, Joshua's hardly taking any damage at all now. Oh, shoot. I was a little bit too slow on that. I wasn't really paying attention.
Someone's been naughty.
Well. Wait.
It can't be.
This is not good.
I'm sorry.
Could you be not stunned, please? Okay, how long are you going to be stunned for? Seriously. Oh, we might have our first game over. But yeah, that's crossed out. I can't choose to use it.
Not now.
Huh, I wasn't taking that fight seriously at all, and then it just... suddenly bad things happen there. If I hit retry, what happens? It just starts this battle over, right? Okay. So I don't have to... Interesting. Okay, so I don't have to start over. Well, let's take this a little bit more seriously this time, I guess. Okay, now you're blinded. Wonderful. I can't believe you missed with this last time, Estelle. Well, maybe we'll use some spells instead. Aerial. Well, they're weak to fire, but... the thing is, I fought those things before, and I've done fairly well against them. Oh, you're gonna disrupt your spell, aren't you? Yeah. Man, I'm just... I remembered the forest ones doing that, but now I know that these ones can too. Okay. Yeah, let's just take these things out. Not spread out our damage. An item. We have something that cures that, right? Carmine Eye. We don't actually have one. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Really? I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's what that is. That is terrible. Okay, how long is this gonna last for? There's the mouse. Can I... Now they're paralyzed. Okay, well the confusion wore off. That's good. Can you... You can. Okay, just kill this thing. Okay, do I have anything that cures paralysis? No. Restores 20 CP. I mean, don't really need that right now. Cure seal. Is that what this is? Let's find out. It is, okay. Oh, interesting. We can still do these even though we're under a seal effect? Difficult to hit, so let's... Let's see how this goes.
Seems you came up short.
Okay, that was a fight. I think actually I should probably heal instead. Oh, there's another one over there. Red tail soup, leather tail, juicy bone, red pepper, kibbled salt. Okay. New recipe. Stella's a little bit injured, so we'll just do that. Oh, that wasn't from behind? Really? I think what we're gonna do here... So, we're just gonna get rid of one of these.
Someone's been naughty.
Okay, so we do not want to actually have everybody surround that thing. Now that I know that... I need to fire, but... Good enough. Oh, we hit.
Here I come!
Get that fire scepter. Okay.
Piece of cake!
Oh, level ups. Excellent. Flicker. And another leathery tail. What did we fight that could have had a leathery tail? I mean, I could look that up. But is it roly-poly? Yeah. Guys, there's one more. Attack guard. Oh, every single status effect in the game. Wonderful. Oh, no, it's immune to those, I guess. Yeah, the gas it ejects has a range of effects. I've fought those before, I just don't know why it's here I had so much more trouble with it. Anyway, that's fine. That's a good spot to stop. So yeah, this is where we're gonna stop for now. So we had our first death, at least the first one I can remember. So I have to be a little bit more careful with the combat going forward. Anyway, we'll hunt down this monster in the next part. I will see you then.